Hello, and welcome back to Hunter Tuned. Today we're going to finish up the CRV turbo build that we've been working on, and going to just kind of get it running and driving, and possibly do some tuning on it as well. So anyways, this car got dropped off to me yesterday, and we thrashed on it all day yesterday, got a lot of stuff done, and today I also got a bunch more stuff done on the car. So I got the intercooler and everything situated back onto it. I got the wastegate swapped out. He actually had a wastegate issue where the diaphragm was all ripped up and the wastegate was just junk. So he actually had an extra wastegate. So he gave me the extra wastegate, dropped it off today, and I swapped the new wastegate onto it. Got the dump tube on. We got the air filter onto the end of the turbo there. We got the exhaust done. I got an O2 sensor bung welded into the downpipe, so I have the wideband actually running into the exhaust now. Before it was just kind of chilling behind the engine there. Like I was saying in the last video, I got some 750cc injectors installed into this thing. He was actually going to run the Hunter tuned injectors, but he actually had a set of these 750s laying around, and to help him with, you know, staying in his budget and staying with the cost that he kind of gave me, I'm using his injectors instead of mine, because if I were to use my injectors and all that stuff, I probably would have went a little bit over budget. So using his, I actually flow tested these injectors and they are good to go. These were actually all in Luis's car with the brown Integra. So we got the injectors swapped in with some RDX top hats. These are like the same exact setup I tell everybody to run with the normal style truck injectors. The RDX top hat converts the bigger O-ring on a lot of these to the smaller Honda one, and the injectors are a little bit shorter, so with the top hat it you know, makes up for the clearance issues that a lot of people run into. So I did get a vacuum cap for here. I got a vacuum cap on the back here because we had a big vacuum leak coming off of the Max solenoid. This vacuum line was a little bit too big for the back of the intake manifold here, so it was having a vacuum leak there. A bunch of like little stuff kind of all day long, just been tinkering. But I did get all the oil leaks situated. It does have an oil leak coming from like the VTEC solenoid maybe, or head gasket possibly, something like that. It's not terrible. You know, we're just going to send it for now. So got the injectors swapped in. The wideband is plugged into the exhaust now, and I have a set of BKR7 spark plugs that I'm throwing in it because it had BK6s, or it had NGK heat range 6 spark plugs in it, which is the factory heat range, or 5 might be the factory, and then 6 is the step colder, and 7 is 2 steps colder. So I usually run the BKR7Es for anything up to like 15 pounds of boost, and then anything more than 15 pounds, I like to run part number 4554, which are the 8s. For anything higher than like 15 pounds, and then if you want to go crazy like 30 pounds and above, I usually go with the 9s. So yeah, anyways, we got the plugs, we got these little vacuum adapters, I got some vacuum line and some spark plugs, like I was saying. I picked up these little vacuum cap assortments too while I was out, just, you know, in case I need to plug some stuff. I got these little rubber insulated clamps at Harbor Freight, just like little stuff I'm kind of, you know, gathering for the shop so we can have stuff here. I might buy some like rolls of vacuum line and stuff too, just to have out here. So anyways, guys, I did want to talk to you a little bit because I've been trying to like stay organized and stay you know, not as scatterbrained when I'm working on stuff, or like, you know, right now with all the chaos going on in my life, I'm trying to clear my head a little bit and try to you know, just kind of ease up on the tension and stress and stuff that I've been having. So I got some chalk for the chalkboard. This is just like some stuff I wrote down earlier. Add oil, we did the O2 bung, the wideband, the injectors. I got to do spark plugs yet. We swapped the wastegates, and I did the vacuum cap situation, just like random things I wrote down on here to kind of remind myself what I have to do still. So that kind of does help writing stuff down to stay organized. You always see Roadkill doing it, and it's a reason. The reason they do that kind of stuff, because you get so scatterbrained when you're working on stuff that, you know, sometimes it's really hard to stay organized. Another thing that I did is I actually picked up these invoice things to kind of keep on hand for, like, you know, just writing down what stuff's costing for, you know, for the customer and for me to kind of stay to keep track of what I'm spending on the car, how much stuff costs, and, you know, what I can tell the customer, so at the end of the day when they pay me, they're not just, you know, like, you know, I'm not pissing in the wind with some number that I'm just throwing out there, which I never do, but it's a lot easier to have something on paper, and it makes the customer feel a little bit better, etc., etc. You know what I mean? So like I just got this little invoice thing so I can write down all the little things I've done or all the little things I've bought. So yeah, like this just says like the oil lines, I had to buy like 2 little fittings. That was like $3. The down pipe I bought, it was a 90-degree mandrel bent 3-inch pipe I bought for 40. The O2 sensor bung, it was like $3 or $4 at AutoZone. A couple quarts of oil because he only had like 1 or 2 quarts in the car, and I had to do an oil change, so I had to add a few quarts. It was $15, and then exhaust manifold bolts were $10. Vacuum line connectors $14. Spark plugs $10. Injector top hats and seals, which I actually had to source from eBay that I got a couple days ago. That was like $20. So just like trying to keep track of stuff, you know, doing whatever I can. I also picked up like a little notepad to write on. I just keep this right in my pocket to write some stuff in, you know, to like help with anxiety and stuff, because guys, it has been, I almost want to say it's like the worst it's ever been. I've been really good on videos lately, and like you guys know, I've had a lot of people reach out to me and they're like, oh, it looks like you're doing really good and everything's going great for you. And realistically, guys, it has been the worst it's been in a long time. Like, it is a struggle for me to get out here some days, and it's a struggle for me to just like do daily activities. It's really tough lately. I've been trying to like do whatever I can to kind of ease up on it, and you know, stay busy and stay like focused on whatever I'm doing instead of having my mind wander and freak out about stuff, because you know, anxiety is a bitch. If you guys have ever dealt with it, it sucks. And I've been dealing with it for like 15 years now. It's like something that I've just kind of always had dealt with, and I don't know. But it's weird because like I'll have like one little thing. Like earlier today, I kind of had like a little fucking freak out because I was at the store and I locked my keys in my truck, and then I fixed it in like 2 minutes because I went inside the store and I bought a little fucking hook, and I fixed it. It was like a little battle that I accomplished, and then when it came out of that battle, I just felt so much better. You know what I mean? Like it's almost like you have like an extreme low time where you're like panicking and like hyperventilating. I don't hyperventilate, I hypoventilate, and like I just like quit breathing. That's like what I tend to do. It sucks, but when you come out of these situations, like you come out of the panic situations, sometimes they last a really long time and sometimes they're kind of short-lived. But man, when you come out of them, it's like you're fucking breaking through like this huge, I don't know, like wall of awesomeness, and you just like feel high. You literally feel like you've done meth, because you come out of it and you just feel so awesome and so good and so clear and so relieved, you know. It's crazy. So I just need to find like a better balance, you know. I've been trying to get good sleep. I've been going to bed earlier. I've been I don't know, I like chew gum a lot now. You know, I'll just, you know, be chomping on some gum to kind of like keep my mind going or keep my mind off of whatever. Chewing gum, that does help a little bit. And I've been taking Buspar here and there, Buspirone. I took that a few years ago, and you know, it worked for a while, but I quit taking it, and then I'm starting back up, and I just feel like I always try to blame something on my anxiety. So if I do have anxiety while I take Buspar, I'm like, oh my god, it was the Buspar that caused my anxiety, or it was the fucking the tea I drank or whatever. So like I don't know, I like drinking tea and stuff like that, and then if I get anxiety while I do any of those things, I always try to blame it on that to try to make sense of the situation, you know what I mean? And like with the girlfriend is doing a lot better now. She did break her ankle. If you guys haven't been following, my girlfriend broke her ankle like 2 or 3 weeks ago now, and she's been like, she broke it in 3 places, had to get surgery the next morning, so she had to stay in the hospital for a day to get emergency surgery, to get plates put in her foot. A lot of that has been extremely stressful for me because, you know, seeing her hurt really is tough, and then like having the shop just getting going as she got hurt was like, holy fuck, I gotta come out to the shop, and then I gotta go back to her to help her out. And dealing with Facebook and like all the social media stuff is just like, it's been overloading me to the point where I just want to fucking sit in bed all day, because I'm like, fuck everybody, fuck this, you know. But I'm pushing through, and clearly I took on this job because I'm like, you know, it'll do me some good, get some work done, and you know, make some money and keep grinding. Keep grinding. So anyways, I'm gonna get the spark plugs thrown in this thing, and then we're gonna fire it up, pour some more E85 in it, and try to get these injectors dialed in, and we'll pick up here in a little while. Alrighty guys, it's the next day now, and we're working on the CRV again. Got it running good. I just synced the timing with the timing light to the Honda. Kind of checked everything over, took it for a little ride, and we got a base map on it now. So we're gonna take it out, go tune on it for a little while, and I'll probably pick up when we do some pulls, and maybe go over a few things in the Honda quick, and you know, just take it, put some miles on it, and get the map dialed in, and we'll be good. All right guys, so I got the car tuned in pretty good. This is running on like a 750cc injector, stock map sensor, 6.5 pounds of boost we're running. There's no boost gauge, but I'm just doing data logging with the Honda to know the boost. And 6.5 pounds is what we're running. So yeah, I got the rev limiter set. I have all the boost cut parameters set up. I have all the safety stuff here, and should be all good to go. This thing's running like a cherry. It's on E85, so it does have a little bit more ignition in it than you know, say something without E85. So I'm gonna do a few pulls here. Third gear rip. This thing hauls the mail pretty good for how heavy it is. Built cylinder head definitely helps out on this setup. But I mean, we're cruising highway speeds right now. Air fuels all look good. Air fuel wide open is like 1180. And then up top, I gotta trim a little bit of fuel out of it still, but it's driving really, really good, guys. Really good. Second gear rip. Nothing like banging gears in a four-wheel drive, right? There's so many back roads out here, guys. I love it because I can tune cars on the street after I tune them on the dyno kind of thing, and not really have to worry about police. Alrighty guys, we just got back to the shop with the CRV. So this thing's good to go, done, ready for the customer to pick up. So this thing is awesome. I had a good time playing with it and a good time building it for him. Just kind of, you know, not really building it for him, but kind of doing the finishing touches, getting a tune on it, all that kind of stuff. This thing definitely he should definitely have a lot of fun with it. But these rear differentials in these CRVs are a little bit on the weak side. So when they get a lot of power applied to them, they squeal, just like my dad's CRV. If you guys have been following for a while, my dad has a CRV and kind of made the same exact noise that this thing makes if you like, you know, if you like all-wheel drive launch it or something like that. The rear differentials, a good upgrade is the Element rear diff, I've been told. So maybe he can look into that in the future, but for now, this thing is going to be plenty for him, I think. He's going to come back later and we're going to probably blow this motor up, try to push it to its limits, because why not, I guess. He wants to make like 400 horsepower, and we'll see if this frickin' stock bottom end will do it or not. But for now, we got it going for him, got it running good, and yeah, he'll be happy, and he'll enjoy this thing a lot, I bet. So anyways, that's gonna be it for this video, guys. I'm gonna do another video here in a little while with some more things that we're doing. So be sure to stay tuned, and we'll see you in the next video. This thing might be getting some attention. So have a great day, guys, and better tomorrow. Or have a great day, because it's daytime still. Have a great night, and a better tomorrow. See you later.